How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So, got some stuff back from CGC. I get this every week. I like to go through just some of the stuff, not all of it. Also, stay to the end. I got kind of a cool announcement I think you guys will kind of like. I know I'm super excited for it, but it's pretty cool. Just everything kind of worked out. But yeah, so let's go through what I kind of got. A lot of these that I'm putting up, I weren't raw or anything. I bought them as they are. So there's gonna not be too many guessing on what I was hoping it would get because I bought it as is. But there's some cool old golden age and things like that. First we got up is World Fear #3. I love these old horror covers. Just love them. This is 4.0. This is up for $400. What else we got in here? Ooh, we got this Superman 38. This is up for $9.99, 6.5. Kind of cool. He's cutting his hair, but cutting his glasses. Also, he's reading, I think, a World's Finest comic on there. What we got here? First appearance of Lucifer. This is Sandman #4. This is a 9.8. This is $8.99. This one I've never really seen before. When I bought it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I've never seen it before. The Owl, is it? And it's the Boston Pedigree. Now CGC notates it. It's kind of like this weird silverish, goldish, I don't know what color it is, labeled greenish thing, label, meaning it's pedigree. But this is, nope. Just put it right here in the corner. It's pedigree, the Owl 9.6. This is the highest grade, actually. And this is $5.99. This one has been going up recently with some news. We got ourselves Marvel Spotlight 32. This is the first appearance of Spider-Woman. What grade do you think this is? Looks pretty nice. Huh? It's a 9.8. This one I was actually holding back for a very long time. I bought this forever ago. I have this up for $44.99. Yes, very expensive. I bought this 2 years ago. So I do hold books back. I do. I hold them back and wait. I bought this as a 9.8 and I was like, all right, it's going to go up quite a bit. And with the recent news of possible Spider-Woman in the Spider-Verse, I don't want to give too much away, but this book has been climbing up, so I'm glad I held this one back. Sometimes it's price. Sometimes I mess up and hold books back and forget to release them, but other times I'm spot on. All right, this one, Lucky Comics #5 in a 3.0. I put this, no one watched the video. I couldn't believe it. I spent so much time. I made the top 100 horror covers. I put this one on there. I love this cover. No, I like 700 views. I spent so long. You have no, I can't even express to you how many hours I spent on that video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Maybe I'll put a link up here. Top 100 horror covers. Not only did I find the artist of every cover, but then I found the most recent sale, how much it was, all this research, year, everything. Oh man, I had to go through so many covers and then no one seemed to watch it. Anyways, I digress. This is up for $7.99. Still, I love this cover. I remember the first time I saw this cover, it was in the back of, it was at a kind of like this underground convention kind of thing, trade. It was very weird. It wasn't really like a convention. It was in a brewery. And just went in the back of this guy's car, and there it was. And I'm like, I've never seen that before. All right, here we go. This is the highest grade of Justice League 63. This is up for $12.99. Bought that book a long time ago as well. It's kind of weird. I'll go through these books, and even though it's the same one, Justice League or Spider-Man or something, it's each one has a story almost to me. And it's oh, this, I remember doing this and this. And then I see it and it sparks all these memories. It's kind of cool. Flash Gordon, #1, 9.8. This is the King's comic version. This is highest grade. $12.99. And all these books, like I've said 1,000 times, will be up on our website, collectorscomics.com. First, if you are registered on there or signed up or whatever, you get the first crack at these, and then they'll go on eBay to the rest of the world on Saturday. So every Wednesday, be sure to check this stuff. They should already be up by the time this video goes live. All right, Fantastic 467, first appearance of him, which later turns to Adam Warlock. And this is $369. What's interesting is this book always kind of used to be more expensive than Thor 165, but now Thor 165 is actually, I think, beating this book grade to grade. Another favorite cover. Love this cover. Eerie number 935. And this is $3.99. Not very expensive, but very cool cover. Not a lot of people appreciate those. Ooh, this one's cool. Second appearance of the Riddler. And the Riddler, if you didn't know, is going to be the villain, or one of the villains, in the new Batman movie that comes out. Who knows when. It should be soon, though. Detective 142, 35. We're looking at $19.99. Year I went to high school. All right, next we got this one, a classic bondage cover, Brenda Starr. Yes, 4-0, Brenda Starr 14, bondage cover. Was this used in the Sodi? Nope, just classic cover, bondage cover. $27.99. Yeah, that horror video where I did top 100 covers, if it would have done better, I would have done like top 100 bondage covers, all that kind of stuff. But alas, it's a lot of time for not very much people watching it, so people have spoken. It's kind of cool. Hitler as like a squid, Blue Circle Comics number 3 in a 2-0, $9.99. What do we got here? Avengers number 55, first appearance of Ultron. 9-2, $5.49. I kind of like the What If series with Ultron in it. That was fun. Atomic War number 3. Everyone's blowing each other up. 5-5, $4.99. And then we're getting towards the end here. And just a good old Spider-Man, 19. Wait, is this the... No. I thought it was Ned Leeds is 18. Just class Spider-Man, 1970, $5.99. And then these I did send. These I did get back. So we'll go through here, a couple of these. We got Avengers, 96, first Taskmaster. Oh boy. I thought this was 9-4. 8-5. I got hammered on a lot of these. So it is what it is. After looking at it again, I thought I could get like a 9-2, but then the price difference sending it again is like, eh. And I feel like there still might be a little bit more dropping in the Taskmaster, but I feel like it's getting to the point where it's bottoming him out. So yeah. And then we got Spider-Man 252. If you guys want a Spider-Man for 252, I got like 8 of these back. This one is 8.5. I thought it was going to be an 8.5, so no surprise there. I'm not going to show all of them, but I got 8.5s, 9.0s, 9.2s, I think a couple 9.4s back, just fresh up there. All right, Spider-Man 194, first Black Cat. Thought this would be an 8.0, came back 7.0. Like I said, didn't fare too well. This cover, I thought this would be a 9.0 and 9.2, but this cover, very cool. Oh, the prices on those. Spider-Man, Black 194, 359, and then 229 for the 252. This cover is funny. Alf looks like he's having sex with the seal, and the seal's not too happy. It's a funny cover. Alf 48, 9.0. I thought it was 9.0, 9.2. 329. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Like, there's a bunch of other stuff. This is just a handful of what I actually got in. Got a ton of Sandmans, the DC Vertigo one, just a ton of them. What else did I get? A bunch of Spider-Man 252s and things like that. But anyways, I said I had a special announcement. So many of you may know, many of you may not know, but my dad was a comic book dealer in the 80s and 90s, and big. I mean, if he would have went a little different route, he would have been one of the big guys like Comic Connect and Comic Link. Heritage is not really a person, so to speak, or like Pedigree, things like that. Yeah, my dad was like one of the biggest comic book dealers in the probably like early 90s. He retired in the early 2000s. Is before I graduated high school, so it was like 2001, I think. I can't remember, but he was a comic book dealer pretty much my entire life. He had a construction company before that. I wasn't sure. There might have been like some overlap when I was born. But yeah, so he was a comic book dealer. He retired. Then he got back into it. Then he worked for Heritage for a few years recently. And now he's back doing it on his own again. But he is coming down to see me for Christmas around that time, like a week before. And I mean, I see him once every couple years, so not that often. But I asked him, and he said he would sit down and let me interview him. So I'm going to interview him all about, his whole origin story, how he got into comics, things like that, how it's different than today. Just like that. He had a mail order catalog back when that wasn't really a thing. We used to go down to the Daily News. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't the Daily Beagle. I think it was called the Daily News, the local newspaper, and he'd print them all up, and then we'd have to shove them in little envelopes, put on stickers, send them out to people. He would also run auctions. Interesting enough, through the phone. Back in the 90s, people would call, and they go, "Oh, I want your Tales of Suspense 39." And this is before CGC, so you had to trust his grading. And you call it a VG, what's it at? And he'd be like, okay, the current bid is at, $300. And then he'd be like, I'll bid $325, right? And so they write it down, $325. And so then when someone would call it again, oh, what's it at? And he would do stuff like that, crazy things. But yeah, so I'm gonna interview him. I think it should be fun. Just kind of talk about, what it was like being a comic book dealer in the 80s and 90s. Like, how did you get collections? Like, things like that. It's way different now. So I hope you find that interesting. I know I will, just for myself, because a lot of the stuff I'm going off of memory and also what he said a million years ago. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten the stories mixed up, confused. So it's kind of nice to have like a concrete story, even if he remembers it. But yeah, all right. Have a great day.